Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of boys lacrosse action as your Walpole High Timberwolves host the Needham High Rockets in a Bay State Conference Herget Division game from John Turco Field on the Walpole High campus. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be handling all the play-by-play action for today's game. Antonio DeCesare will provide color commentary, and Nick Piccirilli is behind the camera. Sporting a school record-tying 7-game win streak, Walpole will be looking to avenge last year's 12-11 overtime loss to these same Rockets, who snapped that winning streak nearly exactly a year ago on April 25th, 2024. The Orange and Blue did get some revenge, eking out a 10-9 victory in the regular season finale a year ago. This win over the Rockets was their first in 10 years. The Timberwolves stand atop the Herget Division at 5-0, 7-0 overall, have prevailed in all 4 home games, and are outscoring their opponents 99-33, and they are currently ranked 6th in the Boston Globe Top 20. Third-year coach Greg Shea's team has run off 37-12 record under his tutelage. Tri-captains for Walpole this year are Ryan Lania, Braden Matera, and Noah McKenzie. Walpole came out of the gate much like last year with victories against Westwood 10-9, Braintree 12-1, Milton 15-3, Framingham 17-4, Catholic Memorial 14-2, Needham 14-10 a week ago today, and Weymouth 17-4. Needham is the runner-up in the division at 4-1, 5-3 overall. The Rockets are 3-1 on the road, are outscoring their opponents 85-54, and are ranked 4 slots behind the Walpole in the Globe's top 20. The Silver and Blue opened the year with victories over Catholic Memorial 12-8 and Weymouth 17-1 before dropping a 7-6 count to Hingham. Needham rebounded with decisions over Brookline 14-2 and Braintree 17-2 before dropping a pair to Lincoln Sudbury Regional 18-3 and the previously mentioned Walpole game. The Rockets edged Milton 6-2 in their last outing. And, as usual, if anyone is interested in doing play-by-play or color commentary for any Walpole High sports, you should contact Walpole Media Corporation Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or email her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. Well, Antonio, this is our first game of varsity coverage this year. Walpole's boys are 7-0. The girls are also 7-0. So lacrosse is doing quite well in the early going this year.
You're right on point there, Rick. This is our first game together since basketball in the wintertime.
Right. And we're ready. Walpole will be going right to left on your TV screen. The draw is won by McKenzie. Noah gets it ahead to Ryan Lania. Lania scooping it up. Heading down, looking over in front. He's got a shot. Save on a shot by Jack Webb. And Needham will start back out with the ball. Bringing it up ahead, it goes to Andrew Concannon. It comes up ahead now to Nick Arbelayas. Going in behind the net, being covered by Jake Cece. Coming down now for the Rockets. Michael Roach with the ball. Trying to cut in front, shoots. Doesn't quite get it off. Ball comes up to the 30. Good defense by the Timberwolves. Reese Conway with the ball. Passes it up to Charlie Ciancio. Cianciola bringing it in. Shot off the side of the net. Smothered there by goalie TJ Frazier. Walpole bringing it up ahead now. It's Webb with the ball. Cutting over to the right on the far side. Drops it back to Derek Spack. Comes over to Dylan Needham. Needham bringing the ball up. Cutting to his right. Looking for somebody in front. There's nobody there. Sends it behind the net. Circling back to McKenzie. Shucks in front. Shot. Goal! Walpole gets on the board. Jack Webb doing the honors for Walpole. Walpole, time of the goal is 2:24. The Timberwolves get on the board first here. Always a key thing in any sporting event to try to be the first one to get on and have the momentum going your way.
That was definitely a good pass there by Walpole, and Jack Webb he pretty much slinged it over the stick side of the Needham goalkeeper.
All right, coming back now is Charlie Layton for the Rockets.
I like this nice speed by Layton coming into the zone there, Rick.
Yeah.
And it seems like Needham wants to. They're setting up their offense, and it looks like Walpole's in almost like a triangle shape, trying to prevent Needham from getting into the middle. Looks like there was a turnover on the play there.
Yeah, errant pass by the Rockets. Comes over to Frazier. Frazier sends it ahead to Jake Cece. Cece sends it up to Joe Carter. Intercepted by Needham.
Almost a little bit of a push there.
Michael Roach circling around back. Loses control. Sends it back up to the 30. And it's taken there. Now over to Charlie Sanciola. Back up on top.
Definitely.
To Matthew Ledbury.
Definitely keeping some pressure. I like the pressure made by. I like the pressure on by Walpole here. They're really putting on the pressure. Davis Potter really keeping a good eye on him.
Davis.
And it looks like he's definitely. You got two guys. Ooh. Oh, nice passing there.
Needham shot. Long shot goes wide of the net. And the Rockets will start back with it. Coming in is Jared Spack for the Timberwolves to add some defensive prowess. Shot again, wide of the net. Needham with their third shot of the game. Bounce pass, no good over the net. Needham putting a lot of pressure on you. Needham is one of the stronger teams year by year for lacrosse, so they know how to control a game, and they're doing a good job right here, even though they are trailing 1-0.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really good passes by the Needham Rockets. They're really saying, "Hey, Walpole, you may be up by a goal, but we're going to continue to put the pressure." But Walpole is, but here they come again. It looks like Derek Spack is really putting on the speed.
Spack, yep.
I actually remember Derek Spack when he played for the soccer team. He has really good speed, and he
comes it in front. Webb shot, score! Jack Webb makes it 2-0 for Walpole. Time of that goal is 5 minutes and 3 seconds. So back-to-back goals by Jack Webb.
Boy, again, nice move by Webb. He got past the couple of Needham defenders, and he just put it past. He put it past. He went a little low this time,
right? And
then he slinged it past the stick of the goaltender, and it looks like the faceoff won by the Needham Rockets here. But I'm telling you, Rick, both Needham and Walpole are really putting some good shot efforts, and they're both really good at possession.
Right. And the last couple of years, these have been two of the top teams in the Bay State Conference. Coach Shea has really turned the program around with his skill set and having the kids, learn his system, which has really proven to be quite successful for the Timberwolves. All right, circle on. Jake Cece with the ball.
Has this Walpole team have they made the playoffs before?
Oh yeah. Several years in a row, but definitely the last two under Shea. Before that, I think it had been a year or two that they had missed. Coming in, Dylan Needham coming in for Walpole.
I noticed something about lacrosse that, there's something to fly. They're always something to fly, so that's what. So you're always having fresh legs on. You always having fresh feet out there.
Right, like they say, lacrosse is the fastest game on 2 feet.
I thought that was soccer.
No. Score! Walpole goes up, and that was Braden Matera putting Walpole up 3-0.
That was a great shot by Matera there. He definitely got open, and then he took the shot.
6:29 the time of this goal. Walpole in the first 5.5 minutes of the game has jumped out to a 3-0 lead here at their home field. They did win earlier, just a week ago today, 14-10 up in Needham. So Walpole is pumped. They want to get another victory and set a school record at the same time of most consecutive victories to start a season.
And what is that record?
7.
7.
It was last year.
And how many wins have they have so far?
7.
Wow. So it's the tie.
So they're tied for the record.
Looks like we had a little bit of a. It looks like we have a. I referenced he had like he said like a travel or something.
So that's what it looked like.
Yeah. So now Needham has possession of the ball here. I mean, even though they're down 3 goals, they're still gonna put the fight into this game today.
Oh yeah, they won't give up. This game will go right down to the end.
Definitely.
Controlling it, Nick Arbelayas. He gets it over to Reese Conway. Conway trying to move in, shoots, and a save by Frazier.
I'm definitely impressed with TJ Frazier. He's staying calm. He's staying in the moment. He's not letting anything get past him, and he's making sure that he protects his net at all time.
Right. McKenzie being hassled with the ball. Long pass downfield. He gets his man.
That was a nice jump.
Coming in, looking, shoots. Oh, hit the crossbar. Rebound. Goal! Jack Webb, his hat trick. And Walpole goes up 4-0 here.
Boy, Jack Webb, I mean, what more can you say about him? He's on fire.
7:52, so we've played less than 8 minutes, and Walpole has jumped out to a 4-0 lead here. The thing is, they've got to maintain this intensity. They can't afford to sit back thinking that they've got a 4-goal lead. They've got to maintain this, the way they're playing. Don't take the foot off the pedal.
No.
Just keep going.
Keep the foot on the pedal. No. Yeah, you do not want to let Needham make a huge comeback and because even though you have a 4-0 lead, you still want to got to maintain it, and you can't let Needham get back in.
All right, bringing it is Matthew Ledbury. He sends it over to Dean Lindenthal.
Oh, that was nice defensive play, and here comes Walpole again.
Yep.
And Davis Potter, who I remember from the soccer team, there he goes with the great speed.
Cutting over to his right, passes it up. Comes all the way back to Jack Cotter. Down behind the net now. Ryan Lanier with the ball. Puts a spin move on, cuts around, looking in front, looking for somebody. Nobody's there, being forced outside. Gets it ahead to Davis Potter. Over on the far side, now it goes to Chris Butters. Shot hit the post. So that's a post and a crossbar and 4 goals for Walpole. So Timberwolves have definitely put the pressure on Needham here in the early going of this game.
Yeah, definitely. You are definitely right there, Mr. Brown. You got it right there on the nose. Yeah, it went ping, pang, and boom.
Right.
Yeah, 4 goals and a couple of posts.
Andrew Concannon with the ball for the Rockets. 2:38 and counting left in the first quarter.
Needham's got to find an opening in this in the Walpole defense. They got to find a way to get them to get a decent shot like kind of like right there did.
Yep.
They got to put pressure on this defense.
They've had the shots, but they've been wide of the net. They really have only had like 1 or 2 shots on Frazier. Their other shots have been wide, which is good for Walpole. But Needham will come back. You'll see.
Oh,
Shot goal. That's by Travis O'Brien.
Yeah. No, that was Michael. That was Michael Roach, number 22.
22, Michael Roach.
Yeah.
Time of the goal is 9:56. Needham cuts the advantage to 4-1.
So face-off going to come into the in the middle of the orange Walpole logo. And it's a nice bright orange. I like the color. Face-off, and it looks like it's going to be won by Needham.
Comes away with it.
So it seems like after that goal, now that the Rockets have the goal, now they have some momentum, and now let's see if they can capitalize on that momentum there.
Right. Comes up to Conway. Conway moving in, being guarded by Joe Carter. Shot behind the net. Comes up to Cal Sullivan. Back up to Conway. Liedendahl, sorry about that.
There was almost a little bit of a push there by, almost a push by Joe Carter. He had to be very careful, for us referee would have called a penalty.
Shot
oh wow!
Goal. Needham comes right back again now.
I think that was number
6.
I think that was number. I think that's number 15. Yeah, it's number 15. It was yeah, it's number 15.
So Needham coming right back on an Andrew Concannon goal at 10:51. So there's 2 goals for them within the space of 55 seconds. Like we said, Needham's not going away. This game is going to come right down to the final whistle. Rockets once again coming right down. Rockets have won, I think, every face-off so far.
Yeah. It seems like Nina's they're staying aggressive on the face-off, and like I said, now they got 2 goals. Like I said, keep the momentum going. Try to see what they can find here.
Circling around over to Ciancielo.
Oh, nice pass.
Shot, save. Walpole comes away with it after Frazier comes up with the save. All right. Carter up ahead to Potter.
Now let's see if Walpole can let's see if they can get some momentum of their own.
Right.
Get up there. There's about 15
Potter
seconds.
coming down on the far side. Goes behind the net. Comes back out top to Zach Matera. Shot. Goal! Zach Matera for the Timberwolves. And Walpole goes up 5-2 here. Just 14 seconds left, 4 seconds left in the period. That was key. That was a key goal. I like it when you score just before a period ends, because that gives you that momentum to when you go in to get your little break.
Yeah.
And have just scored. I always like it when that happens. It's a huge mental uplift for the team that scores. And
So
the horn sounds, ending the first period.
the time of the goal was
11:56. So we've played one quarter here at Turco Field with your Timberwolves on top, 5-2. And with the change of the quarters, they will change sides. So Walpole will now be going left to right on your screen in the white uniforms with the orange stripes, orange numbers. Needham in blue with white numbers. And we are underway. And Walpole wins the draw. See, they just needed us to say something.
yeah. I think they did.
All right, Needham comes back with it. Finn Noon with the ball for the Rockets going down on that far side. Drops it back to Andrew Concannon. Concannon over to Conway.
I like the way Kincannon has been aggressive. And look at
Conway
that.
scores,
Wow. It looks like they needed a pep talk from their coach. It looks like they got it.
Time of the early, it's just 45 seconds into the second quarter. Needham pulls to within a pair now at 5-3. Ball on the ground, and
That was a good shot by Reese
still
Conway there.
Needham comes up with it.
And it looks like Needham's got now it's a 2-goal game again, but definitely a nice chop there.
Yeah.
And here they come.
There goes Noah McKenzie with the ball. Gets it over on the far side. Dylan Needham coming in for the Timberwolves. Sending it back to Jack Carter. Carter circling way back to the 40. Moving in. Coming in. Looking for a shot. He's dumped.
And the referee's going to call a penalty on that. I think that's going to be a cross check on the call.
Yeah.
So the cross check there, and there's going to so he hits him from the back, Rick. Hits it from the back, and that's going to be at least a minute or a 2-minute man advantage for Walpole there. So let's see if they can.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can try to put a little more pressure on the Rockets here.
And the call went against Conway, Reese Conway, so Needham will be short-handed. Okay, Walpole with the ball. Up to Carter.
If I'm Walpole, what Walpole has to do is they got to find the opening to defend. What Needham's got to do is stay strong and not let Walpole get easy shots.
Shot off the crossbar again. That's the second crossbar and a post that the Timberwolves have hit so far this game.
I think Jack Webb has hit all the posts so far. I don't know. Maybe the crossbar and post like him.
Yeah. And Needham back at full strength again.
Was that only for a minute?
I might have only been for 30 seconds.
Oh.
Over behind the net. It's Lania with the ball. Bringing around in front. Looks for the shot. Hits the post.
A nice pass.
Oh, just over the top of the net. It'll be Walpole ball. Starting it out will be Ryan Lania, one of Walpole's tri-captains.
That was a good effort by Ryan Lania there. I mean, he hits it off the post.
Yeah.
That's another poster that Walpole really didn't want right there.
All right, coming in is Matera. Braden being doubled up back there, loses it, gets it up. Ball loose, and Needham comes away with a big hit there. On.
The referee's going to call a penalty on that one.
Yeah, so Matera will be coming out, I think.
Yep, it looks like it was Brian Matera there. It looks like he hit him from the back again, like what happened to Reese Conway earlier. So he'll be out for at least, what is it, 30 seconds or a minute
Well,
or two?
each one is, they decide what it'll be.
Okay.
Who are they sending out? Actually, they may have picked up the flag. Looks like they picked up the flag. They're not going to call anything on that. Nobody. Yeah, good break for Walpole.
Yeah, definitely. I thought there was a penalty there, but I guess the referee said no. They probably discussed it and said no, that was a clean play.
All right, Needham will be starting out. 9 minutes to go here in the first half, and
so it
they
looks
will
like the referee
start
had
back
to.
over again, explaining that there was no penalty,
Yeah.
so that Needham will start with the ball back. Ball comes up and thrown away, and it'll be Walpole ball.
Definitely a back and forth battle still.
Yeah.
I mean, between these Bay State foes here. I mean, it's only a 2-goal game with 8:30 to go in the second quarter. What do you like for both teams that you're seeing out there, Rick?
Good offense on both teams. Strong defense by Walpole. TJ Frazier has looked good in the goal for the Timberwolves. And there we go over to Dylan Needham. Needham gets the ball back from Matera. On the side to Jack Cotter. Cotter trying to move in. Has the lane. Spins back. Moves in again. Shoots.
Jack Webb was called.
Shots go! Nice play. Braden Matera with a great feed from Cotter, I think. So Braden with his second goal of the game. Comes at 4:14. 4:44 of the second period. The Walpole doubling up so far now on the Rockets.
What I'm seeing from both teams is good possession. For Walpole, it's like TJ Frazier, like you said, staying strong in the net. And then I'm really liking the passing for Walpole. They're really finding open guys in the play. And then Needham is like I think they're finding their game, and they're also really saying they're not. And I could also tell that they're fighters, and they're not going to give up without a fight.
Right.
For sure.
A good win on the faceoff by Miles. Gets this movement good for the Timberwolves. Sam Miles with it. No, Braden Matera with it now. Passing around the square.
Remember, not many faceoff wins for Walpole in this game so far. So
coming back in front. Circling back on the ground. Ball loose. Walpole comes up with a shot. Hit the post. That was Matera. Ball on the ground. Walpole comes away with it. It was Davis Potter getting that loose ball. Zach Matera with the ball behind the net for the orange and blue. Circling around, look and shoot. Save off the stick of Jack Webb. Webb looking for his fourth of the game, but was denied by goalie Tommy Peabody. Coming ahead is Matt Ledbury, circling around, ball on the ground, and still on the ground. Looks like a rugby scrum over there.
Yeah, actually does.
Still loose, and Needham comes away with it. Up top to Cianciola. Ball deflected, and Walpole comes away with it. Coming down, Danny Morris on the far side. Sends it ahead to Jack Webb. Webb cutting in front. He gets it to McKenzie. McKenzie drops it back to Needham. Needham to Cotter. To Lania. McKenzie trying to set up something from the box here. Cutting towards the front is Cotter. And Needham will get the ball back with 4:17 left in the half. Wholesale changes for both teams there. Joe Malone and Joe Cotter coming in for the Timberwolves. Long cross field pass kept in by Ledbury for the Rockets. He gets it over to Conway.
I feel like I like the way Reese Conway's playing for Needham. I think he's going to be key for Needham if they want to get back in this game.
Yeah. Shot off the post.
And the referee's going to call a penalty.
Yeah.
Look, it looks like that's going to be
on
Joe
Malone. Yeah.
I think it was a cross check to the back. And I wonder how many seconds referees or minutes he'll get. Penalty comes at almost 4 minutes. At 3:59.
1 minute, I hear them saying. So Walpole will be short-handed.
Oh, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, big
Wow.
one. So Walpole will be short-handed, and Needham has the ball in Walpole territory. Oh, he used two different calls on that. I can hear the official announcement, one for the hit and one for a stick.
Yeah,
so he gets 2 minutes there.
So Needham will have the chance to maybe cut the lead in half. Oh.
Battling around, shot, goal. And that was 5:25. Jay Weidenheimer. Time of the goal is 8:15.
That was a wicked shot by Weidenheimer there.
It was a nice shot.
Yep, and just like that, it's only a 2-goal game with 3:45 to go until halftime, Rick. And it seems like we were both expecting a really close fight, and it looks like we're seeing it.
Right. And Walpole gets their man back. Yeah, again, Miles again was his second straight face-off victory.
Maybe they should have him taking all the face-off from now on.
All right, back to Cotter. Cotter coming to his right. Sends it ahead to Matera. Braden gets it to Lania. Comes back up top to Jake Cece. Walpole setting something up. Coming in, nice move by Cotter. Shot, a save, rebound. Goes behind the net. Walpole with good pressure there. Comes back up to Matera. And back up top over to McKenzie. Noah gets it to Carter. Carter moving in. Puts a move on. Shots. Goal. Nice shot. Down low by Jack Carter. And Walpole takes a 7-4 lead. Time of that goal is 9:23. So just a minute and 8 seconds after Needham had scored, Walpole comes right back to get that 3-goal advantage again. Needham comes away with the draw. It's won by Noon. Noon bringing it down the length of the field. He'll go behind the net. In front. Again with Needham. Back to Noon. Needham sends it up top to Conway. Conway going to his right. Pass in front. Ball loose. On the ground, Needham comes up with it. It's Finn Noon again. Noon putting a move on. Shot. Score. Noon. Finn Noon. Needham gets right back in again. Time of that goal is 10:13. 7-5. Walpole's lead is 2 goals here with 1:47 seconds left in this first half of the Bay State Conference Herget Division battle from Turco Field in Walpole. Ball on the ground, and the Rockets will come away with it, although it's loose, and it's picked up by Matera. Braden looking, shooting, goal! Braden Matera picking up that loose ball and making Needham pay for it. 8-5 Walpole's lead. Just 15 seconds after the Needham goal, Walpole comes right back again. That's the 3rd goal by Matera, matching Jack Webb, who has 3 goals for the Timberwolves. 1:32 left in the half. Nice day here at Turco Field. Walpole Miles with the win again. Long pass, and it will go out of bounds before Matt Mannion can catch up with it. Needham bringing the ball down. It's Charlie Cianciola. He sends a nice pass ahead to Kincannon. Kincannon shot wide of the net. Quick shot there by Roman Kelleher. Dylan Needham in for Walpole, replacing Joe Carter. Walpole coach Greg Shea calls a timeout with 47 seconds left in this first half. His Timberwolves on top of the Needham Rockets, 8-5. Okay, Walpole will have the ball here. Jack Carter circling around. Gets it in behind the net to Needham. Needham puts a move on to his right, now goes to his left. Circles in front, his shot is over the top of the net, and that'll be wide. McKenzie with the ball. Sends it up front. Look, Walpole looking to get one more here before the whistle at the half. Shot wide over the net. 7 seconds left. And a goal. No, there's a whistle. I think they're going to disallow that last goal. I'm not sure. I did hear a whistle. I don't know what the whistle was for. But they didn't.
I definitely heard a whistle myself. I don't know.
I think that was Matera, was it?
I have no idea.
Might have been Matera. Makes it Walpole 9-5. Time of the goal 11:46. 11:56. Once again, with just 4 seconds left in the period, for the second straight quarter, Walpole scores with 4 seconds left before the horn. Needham comes away with it. Horn sounds, and that will end the first half of play here from Turco Field with your Timberwolves on top 9-5. It looks like Braden Matera with 4 goals, 3 goals for Jack Webb. Zach Matera has a goal, and Jack Carter has a goal for Timberwolves, and that's the way we stand after 2 quarters of play. They'll take a break now. We'll do the same. We'll be back shortly with second half action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to second half action here from John Turco Field on the Walpole High campus, where your Walpole High Timberwolves hold a 9-5 advantage over the Needham Rockets in this Bay State Conference Herget Division battle. Jack Webb with 3 goals, Braden Matera with 4 goals, Jack Carter and Zach Matera with the other tallies for your Timberwolves. Walpole for the third quarter here will be going right to left on your screen. And ball will be Walpole's ball. So Noah McKenzie with it. Jack Carter comes in replacing Sam Miles, who took the draw for the Timberwolves. Ball comes up top to Potter. Davis with it. Sends it over to McKenzie. McKenzie gets it to Lania. Lania coming all the way back to the 40. Puts on the brakes. Skirts back down there to McKenzie. Noah looking. He sends it ahead to Jack Carter. Carter to Potter. Potter, Davis moving in. Goes behind the net. To McKenzie with it. Moving right in for Walpole. There's Carter. Out front. To McKenzie, a shot and a save by Peabody in the Needham net. And the Rockets will start back. Long pass ahead. TJ Frazier with the ball for the Timberwolves. Gets it ahead to Potter. On the far side.
Definitely still have that energy from the first half.
Yeah.
And
both teams know
yeah.
this is a huge game for the two of them.
Yeah.
I can't even I don't know if, not to put a jinx on it, but I don't know if Walpole, when the last time Walpole won 2 games in a season from the Needham Rockets. It's been more than 10 years, I know that.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for a while, so.
Right.
Yeah. And I've only done it for a short time.
All right, up to Cece. To Cotter.
I think number 21, that was Jack Webb who had the
Oh,
ball
right,
earlier.
yeah.
And Webb had, like I said, 4 goals today.
3. He's got 3.
He got a hat-trick
Matera's
today.
got 4. Yeah.
It's amazing how they work. The Walpole and Needham, they're working as a team. And that's what you want. You want team. There's no I in team today.
Coming down is Cianciolo. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Back circling around, Cal Sullivan for the Rockets. He gets it to Ledbury. Ledbury looking to cut in front, being checked wide by Luke Wyand. Shot and a goal. So Concannon tallies for the Rockets. Andrew Concannon, that's his second goal of the game. Time of the goal is 3:22. So Needham again cuts the lead down to 9-6. 3-goal advantage for the orange and blue. And Miles wins the face-off.
Definitely a nice goal by Concannon there, and then he makes it a 3-goal game. He got the lead. He got the lead down to 3. So let's see if Walpole does get the momentum back, Rick. Because right now, and because Needham is like they're saying, we're still in this ball game, and we're not going to let you beat us today.
Right.
So let's see. We'll have to see.
Zach Matera with the ball on the far side, drops it off behind the net.
I think for Walpole the weakness is it has to be somewhere in the middle.
Maybe.
Try to see if they can get it over to there.
Shot goes wide. Scooping it up for Walpole is Mike Connors. Comes up top to Needham. Needham over to Zach Matera, Braden's younger brother.
And both Matera brothers have scored today.
They have, yeah. Shot, save, nice save by Peabody. The Rockets coming down the field. A long shot over the top of the net. There to get it for Needham is Arbaleas. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. McKenzie and Carter check in for the Timberwolves. Shot just wide on the far side by Needham. Needham, Ledbury with the ball for the silver and blue. A shot saved by TJ Frazier at the right post. Frazier gets the ball back, sends it over on the left side. Up ahead to Carter. Thrown ahead. Ball loose and picked up by Tyler Scully for the Rockets. They send it ahead to
Looks
Liedenthal.
like number 22, Michael Roach, he checked into the game. He replaced Jay Voddenheimer.
Oh, I see where my problem is. I've got two 22s on the roster. I've been saying it's Liedenthal. And so they have two 22s on the roster for Needham. Shots go. Oh, save. Walpole nearly got one there. Back behind the net to Peabody. Peabody coming out. Tosses it over to his left to Ledbury. Ledbury coming down. And timeout call by Needham with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Walpole on top, a 9-6. The only goal of the second half by Andrew Concannon for Needham at the 3:22 mark.
But we'll have to see what happens at the rest of this third quarter and the fourth. We'll have to see, the question will be who wants it more in the end.
Exactly, yeah. All right, Needham coming back down with the ball. Shot goes wide. Next thing, Cal Sullivan with the ball for Needham. He sends it over to Ledbury. Ledbury's pass goes up to center. It's picked up there by Cianciolo. Cianciolo being covered and pushed wide by Carter. Joe doing a good job on defense. And a goal as Ledbury scores for Needham, cutting with the lead to 9-7. Time of the goal is 7:25.
That's a good shot by Ledbury, Rick.
Yeah.
And it looks like Needham is finding, as they say in technology, another gear. And it looks like Needham is finding their rhythm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Walpole is they're not looking rusty, but they need to try to step it up and not give up this lead.
Right. Needham with the ball.
It definitely is a good day, a good weather day for lacrosse, isn't it, Rick?
It certainly is. Nice weather. Bringing the ball down.
Nice move.
Shot wide by Roach. He has a goal for the Rockets. Needham moving in. Ball goes wide. Walpole comes away with it. That was Danny Morris bringing the ball down. Danny on a long stick today. Ball comes up to Jack Cotter. Cotter over to Needham, Dylan Needham. Back to Dylan from Lania. Bringing it in, Cotter behind the net. Circles up in front. Dylan Needham moving into his right. Long shot, saved by Peabody. Peabody's coming up with a couple of good saves for the Rockets in the their net.
He's been keeping the ball out of the net, which is really he's definitely impressed me in the second half.
Yeah. Long pass downfield. Rockets moving in. All right, Jake Cece will take this ball for Walpole. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. He drops it off to goalkeeper TJ Frazier. Frazier's pass comes up to Jack Carter. Carter right down the middle of the field. Being triple teamed there for a minute. Carter with the ball back. Over to Cece. Noah McKenzie looking to move in. Back to Cece. No, I'm sorry, that's Potter, Davis Potter. Circling around. Long shot. Goal! What a laser by Jack Carter. Walpole takes a 10-7 lead. Carter's second goal of the game comes at 10:06 of the third quarter. Walpole's lead once again, 3 goals, 10-7. This has, all the makings of the same type of game they played just a week ago today up in Needham, where the Timberwolves came out on top 14-10, and this looks like
might happen again.
Exactly.
I don't know how you do it, Rick. You just somehow make the magic.
Years of experience.
If it turns out, if this turns out like the game last week, we could be seeing a really close one today.
Yeah.
Referee's calling a travel, I think. Yeah.
Zach Matera, Dylan Needham, and Mike Connors all come in for Walpole. Braden Matera gets it, the ball over to Connors. Connors gets it back from Jack Webb. Webb with 3 goals today, Braden with 4.
I like how Walpole's moving around. They're not staying in one place.
Right.
They're moving around, trying to get open for their teammates.
Zach Matera with the ball. Sends it over to Connors. Connors back to Zach. Zach over to Dylan Needham. Ryan Lanier. Circle around in front, looking for a shot. Goes behind the net. Ball on the ground. Walpole is able to come up with it. It's Needham. He gets it back. Sends it over to Braden Matera. Braden looking to come in, a shot high. And it'll be Walpole ball. Picked up on the far side there by Cece.
Got about 20 seconds left.
Shot just wide of the net.
And you could tell Jack Webb really wanted to get that his fourth goal to tie his teammate right there.
Yeah. The team counting down the final 10 seconds of the period. Ball loose on the ground. And cleared the length of the field as the horn sounds. So we've played 3 quarters here from Turco Field. Your Timberwolves holding a 10-7 advantage here. A low-scoring third quarter. Andrew Concannon and Matthew Ledbury scoring for Needham. Jack Carter putting Walpole back on top again by 3 goals for the only Timberwolf goal of that third quarter. So we come down to the final 12 minutes of regulation, and we'll see who's got enough left in the tank to pull this victory out. And Miles comes away with it. Ball, though, on the ground, and Needham picks it up. Ball went all the way back to Peabody. in the net. Coming up with it is Concannon. Concannon being chased down by Ryan Lania. McKenzie now on defense, comes back over to Roach. Charlie Cianciola coming in for the Rockets. Ball knocked down. And Noah McKenzie bringing the ball down the field. Oh, he's being hacked away at that far side there. Sends it ahead. Shot wide over the top of the net. Starting it back out for Walpole. And it comes to Zach Matera. He circles around, gets it over to Dylan Needham. Lania with it. Ryan moving down the side. Back to McKenzie. Noah over to Zach Matera. Zach coming in, moving in. He's got a goal. Paul coming in. Cotter comes behind the net. McKenzie back to Matera. Matera to Lania. Dylan Needham comes back in, replacing Noah McKenzie. Needham with the ball. Up ahead to Matera. Braden trying to move in. Shot at the feet of Peabody. He's able to save it. Needham. Timeout call by the Needham coaching staff with 9:28 left in the regulation. Walpole on top 10-7. All right, we are getting ready to get underway again. 9 minutes, 28 seconds left in regulation. Your Timberwolves holding a 10-7 lead over the Rockets of Needham High. Two of the top teams in the Boston Globe's top 20. Peabody with the ball for Needham. Sends a long pass downfield. Nice grab by Scully. Scully's able to get it over to Ledbury. No, that wasn't Ledbury. That was Sullivan. Needham with it. Concannon. Concannon gets the ball back.
You wonder if Needham's got to find some way to get it, some way to get some good shots on the net.
Behind the net, bobbled momentarily by Ledbury.
Nice
he gets it back.
Walpole,
yeah.
Good job there, keeping them out. Nice
Shot,
save.
block, and save by Frazier. And the Timberwolves come away with the ball. Heads up move there. That was Danny Morris, I think. Yeah, that was Danny Morris with that nice steal there on D for the Timberwolves. Ball comes over to Potter. Davis sends it back, gets it back from Dylan Needham. Davis moving in, puts a little move. Coming back. Back to Potter. Davis coming in, looking for a shot, gets pushed out of the way. He gets it down in front. Shot. Save by Peabody. Peabody again coming up big for the Rockets.
He's like a brick wall.
He's had a good game.
Yeah. It's like a brick wall. He's not letting up.
Right. Over to Cianciola. Down on the far side to Scully. Ball on the ground, and coming away with it for Walpole is Cece. Jake drops it back. Sent ahead to McKenzie. Noah coming down the field. Crosses over the W at midfield. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie, it comes up to Dylan Needham from Matera. Needham slowing things down, gets it back to Braden. 6.5 minutes to go in regulation. Timberwolves still up by a trio. Needham with the ball. Dylan moving in. Shot goal! Dylan Needham high over the top right corner. Walpole goes up 11-7.
A great goal by Dylan Needham. Really, he found the opening in the defense, and he put it really high past the goalie.
Right. Yeah, that was a nice shot.
What was the time of the goal?
5:45.
And Walpole's back up by 4 with 6:15 to go in this contest. In a battle of like you said, Rick, the top 2 teams in the Bay State.
Okay, Miles again with another big victory on the face-off. Gets it over to Lania. Lania gets it to Will McGrath. McGrath moving in.
I know I recognize Will McGrath from the boys varsity basketball team that I covered in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So I recognize some of the players on this lacrosse team who I've filmed over the years.
Down behind. Comes over to Matera. Braden gets it back to Lania. Lania up top to Jack Cotter. Cotter moving in, spinning. Goes down, comes straight in, tries a backhand. A nice move.
That was a good move
A little backhand pass. He was looking for Matera. It went by him, but Braden will get it to start out with.
Yeah. He was trying to do like a no look.
Right.
Yeah.
Braden moving in.
Nice move.
Matera shoots. Save again. Big by Peabody.
He has definitely not given any easy shots to Walpole today.
Jared Spack and Joe Carter coming in for Walpole, getting some fresh legs out there. Oh, Needham comes right back and scores there.
That was number 16.
That was Cal Sullivan. Time of the goal is 7:50.
So good, nice passing by Neo. It's crisp
Yeah.
passing, and then Cal Sullivan right in front of the net, puts it right past him. So now it's another 3-goal game again, with 4:40 to go, Rick. And let me tell you, I think this is going to come down to the wire.
And Walpole gets the ball. Heads up move by Noah McKenzie. He gets it up to Matera. Braden drops it off to Davis Potter. Davis is a junior. Dylan Needham sends it over to Zach Matera. Zach to Potter. Davis up ahead. Davis gets the ball back again. Zach Matera on the far side. Fakes the shot, shoots over the net. It'll be Walpole ball, though.
You know, it's really smart that they have all the balls behind the net, so when the ball goes out, they can
Right.
just put it right back
Yep.
behind. That is smart,
Right.
actually. So now let's see if Walpole, Walpole's got to set up their offense, and let's see. And they gotta find some way to put more pressure here.
Davis Potter with the ball. Drops it off to Lania. To
Almost a little too high there.
now
Webb
it's Lania, yeah.
Now Walpole's going to reset here.
Comes all the way over to Braden. Braden cutting towards the middle. Walpole happy to kill off some time here on the clock. It's a good strategy. Braden. Potter.
Seems like Davis went down there.
Right.
I'm surprised the referee didn't call a penalty.
David comes in. Passes it across. Ball down and picked up by Concannon for the Rockets.
And Webb wanted a call. Webb wants the call, and looks like he's
They
going to
got
get it
yeah.
too.
Shot and a goal.
But I think the referee's not going to. Are they going to count that goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sullivan scores back-to-back here for Needham. Time of the goal is 9:39. So 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in regulation. Walpole clinging to a 2-goal lead now.
Again, Needham they went fast break, and they just managed to find the back of the net again. And Cal Sullivan was able to find the back of the net, and now it's a 2-goal game, Rick. And your Walpole coaches are wondering, can we hold on to this lead, or is Needham going to be able to, or can Needham complete their comeback here?
Right, and Walpole did get called for a penalty. I've got Jack Webb here in the penalty box. So Walpole will be short-handed here for at least 30 seconds, maybe more. And a timeout called. I think Needham calling a timeout. 2:14 left in regulation.
So with the penalty here to Webb, depending it's 1, 2 minutes or 30 seconds, Needham's gonna have to take every advantage of it. But Walpole's got the ball now. And it looks like the Walpole coaches are not liking the call by the ref. So
it does looks like
he didn't like the penalty.
Needham will get the ball. Kind of a controversial call here.
Maybe a whack at the stick or something.
Bringing the ball down as Roach for the Rockets. Saved by Frazier at the post. We're under 2 minutes to go now here in regulation. Ball comes up ahead to Jack Cotter. Cotter going down that far sideline. He's coming in all alone. And he'll go right behind the net. Cuts back. And we will have a call here.
Penalty coming up against Needham here, Rick, and it looks like it's going to be, Walpole will have the man advantage here.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be on. Number.
I don't know who it. Maybe not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There we go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ball comes up to Webb.
Jack
Webb
Webb's
goes
got
behind
3
the
goals
net.
today. He's got a hat trick today.
He had 3 of the first 4 goals for Walpole in the game. It has been held off the board since then.
And so far he's He had some good shots on the net and also hit a few posts.
Walpole killing off this final minute of play in regulation. Cutting it back. Matera up top to Cotter. Cotter moving around. Walpole killing off time.
Got 40 seconds left.
Needham will get the ball back with 30 seconds to go in regulation, trailing by 2, 11-9. Coming down in, the ball gets loose, and it's picked up by Luke Wyand. Wyand bringing it ball down. He's got the long stick.
Got to try to waste some time off the clock here.
Ball goes wide, 11 seconds left. Needham will have the ball.
I think they're going to have one. I think they're going to heave it down the field.
Yeah.
They have to heave it. There you go.
They do. Length of the field, and that'll go out past everybody. It'll be Walpole ball. And basically that should end it here.
2 seconds left.
Yeah. Walpole sends it again. The length of the field. And the Timberwolves have a school record 8 consecutive victories to begin the 2025 season, breaking the record they set last year, and had the record stopped last year by the same Needham team, 12-11 in overtime. So this was a major victory for the Timberwolves today, being able to get that 8th victory and against a really, really good team. So we'd props to the Timberwolves today to go 8-0 and 6-0 and in first place in the Bay State Conference. A quick rundown. Jack Webb had 3 goals for Walpole. Braden Matera had 4 goals. Dylan Needham had 2, I think. He had, just the 1 goal. Jack Cotter, yeah. And Zach Matera. Zach Matera had a goal too. Big game in net for T.J. Frazier, but this was definitely a team victory for Walpole. Defense played really well. The offense scored like they've been able to score all year long, and they just they're sitting pretty clean now right now, and I think they've got a lot to be proud of at this point.
I would have to say so, Rick. Definitely a great battle between these two teams, and it looks like Walpole took the season series against the Needham Rockets. So,
and like I said earlier, I have no idea when the last time Walpole may have. This could be a first too.
Yeah.
It could be a first that. Because Needham is perennially one of the top teams.
Yeah. Well, it was very nice to have you back,
Oh,
Rick.
thank you.
Missed you a lot. It's nice to see you back after your surgery. So I'm really glad I got to do this game with you today.
Very good.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much. Well, we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School boys varsity lacrosse action. Once again, your final score from Turco Field, your Walpole Timberwolves 11, the Needham Rockets 9.